Hi, I'm Samantha Roth with Hometown TV, and today we're at the Morristown Airport awaiting the arrival of over 15 puppies who were saved from a kill shelter in South Carolina. Home for Good Dog Shelter of Berkeley Heights is bringing the puppies here to be brought to foster homes, and eventually they will find their forever home.
We started in August of 2010. There were 8 volunteers, and we started the rescue out of one of the volunteers' living rooms. The first, 6 months to a year, that's where everything went on. Then we graduated to a small office in Berkeley Heights. Now we've grown to 150 volunteers. We have a few full-time employees. We have a great group of fosters, and we're working on our 3,000th adoption, which will happen pretty soon, hopefully within the next month or so. The condition the dogs come in is so much better after a flight than it is a van transport. Usually the van transport is 10 to 12 hours, and the dogs get a little stressed out. This flight from South Carolina is taking them an hour and a half, and they'll step off the plane unfazed. They'll go right into their foster homes, and hopefully some of them will be adopted within the next couple of days. Most of our dogs come from rural areas in Georgia and South Carolina. We pull them out of high kill shelters, and we set them up in our foster facilities down in Georgia and South Carolina. We send food, supplies, medical supplies, pens, crates, whatever they need. Once they get them to a good state, health-wise and disposition-wise, then we take the van down and we pick up maybe 20, 25 at a time, in addition to the transports via air. And most of these dogs, if we don't pull them out, are going to be put down for one reason or another. They come up here and they get adopted out to beautiful homes in Summit, New Providence, Morristown, Berkeley Heights, all the beautiful areas here. And these dogs go from the ridiculous to the sublime, is how you would put it.
So you were on the jet from South Carolina, correct?
Correct.
South Carolina to here. What was that trip like from beginning and end this morning?
Okay, well, it was pretty easy. Tony Ann, who is the founder of Home for Good, came down to Georgia with us, or to South Carolina with us. She went and got all the dogs this morning, brought them to the airport. The airport staff down in Hilton Head helped us load all the dogs in. Took us probably a half hour. They were all in crates when we got on the airplane. And about 5 minutes into flight, probably 15 of the 20 dogs were out in the cockpit in the cabin.
What was that like, just on the plane?
It was fun. It was great. They were great dogs. They weren't crying or anything. I had some of my friends with me on the plane. Some of them had 2 in their hands. Some of them had 3. My wife was letting them all out. The pilots came back and had some fun. They took one up in the cockpit. It was a good time.
If somebody can only foster on the weekends, then they can have a dog for the weekends. Every little bit helps, even if it's just sometimes an overnight. So any kind of fostering helps, and they're always looking for volunteers. Anything you have to give, there's a puppy out there that needs you. I actually am a full-time teacher, and so I foster here and there during the school year, but very, very much foster in the summer, sometimes taking in 2 or 3 puppies at a time.
And you have 2 dogs of your own, so what kind of situation does that bring about when you bring a new puppy into the family?
It's a very exciting day whenever we get our new foster. Everybody sniffs each other and plays, and it's just a lot of fun. They immediately seem to bond, and they teach the puppy what's okay and what's not okay, and how to go do their business outside, and how to sit for a treat. And it really teaches the puppy how to behave in a home, which is going to make their transition into their permanent home so much easier.
So I have 2 children of my own. One is 5 and one is 3, and they absolutely love fostering. If we go with a break in between fosters, they're crying for their next puppy. So they take each dog into our home like it's their own, and they love it and spoil it as if it was one of our own dogs. So.
What would you say to someone who wants to do this, but they're not really sure how to get started or what kind of time they can commit to it?
I would say that this is the most rewarding experience that we've ever had as a family. I'm going to get choked up. Starting in March, we didn't know what we were in for, and we were worried about saying goodbye, and we were worried about how attached we would get. And honestly, it is hard sometimes saying goodbye, but the reward the reward of knowing that they found a forever home and knowing that you can save more is just like, words are hard to explain. And my kids actually take it easier than I do, because every time we say goodbye, they're like, okay, well, where's the next one that we can save? And so, it's really been just a rewarding experience. I think if you have any questions, or if you're even thinking about fostering, I would give Home for Good a call. They are such an organized they have such an organized foster program. They make it so easy. They provide all the crates, all the food. They organize all the meet and greets. They really make it easy for the foster parent. All you need to do is spoil the dog with love while it's in your home.